What an unbelievable trade deadline we just had. We saw pitchers like Mason Miller go to the San Diego Padres. We saw Carlos Correa go back to Houston, which is a huge story. But what I want to talk about in this video, and I was really zoomed in right there, is the Seattle Mariners. They went out and had an unbelievable trade deadline. It started off kind of cold, but they came up clutch, got the players they needed. But in this video, I'm going to ask, what did this do to the team? How much did it improve the team? Are they playoff hopefuls? And can this push them over the edge? What's going to happen? What is my prediction for them the rest of the season and the rest of the way going forward? It's been a while, guys. Thanks for sticking with me if you're still here. It's been few and far between for the videos, but let's get this one out and let's talk about the trade deadline. So, the Mariners started off, I think they traded on the 29th or the 30th for a reliever from the Pittsburgh Pirates, Caleb Ferguson, I think is his name. But he's a solid pitcher. He's pretty good. I like that move. They need bullpen depth, especially after one of their relievers went down recently with an apparent Achilles injury. That's huge. So, for them to pick up this guy is super needed. They really needed some more depth out there in the bullpen. You can never have enough pitching when it comes to Major League Baseball. So I thought that was a pretty solid pickup, but we all know what the Mariners really need, and we all knew what they needed to do, and that's get bats. Big, impactful bats, not just a utility guy that can hit in the bottom of the lineup or some guy that comes off the bench. No, they need an impactful bat that's going to make a difference. That's going to get them to the playoffs and beyond. And what did they do? They went out in the first trade that they made to do this was to go out and get Josh Naylor, the first baseman from the Arizona Diamondbacks. And this guy's a professional hitter. He's not going to hit for a lot of power, but he's going to get on base. He's not going to strike out a ton. He's going to walk. And I think this was a big move for them. First base for the Mariners was a big, huge, gaping hole, and they needed to fill that. And I think Josh Naylor's going to fit that bill really well. He's going to hit towards the middle, maybe 5th, 6th in that lineup, maybe even higher, maybe 3rd. And he's just going to put up a professional bat every single time. I think his power is going to take a hit coming to Seattle, obviously. He wasn't really a huge, impactful home run guy out in Arizona. He had some pretty good seasons out there in Cleveland, hitting, 20, 25 home runs. But that's not really what this guy is. He's going to put, like I said, a professional at bat. He's going to hit out a few. But he's going to be a really big presence in that lineup. But we all know the big move that the Mariners made, and a lot of people were talking about it. I was talking about it, and they went out and got the big guy, the big guns. Also from Arizona, a reunion, a homecoming. They went out and they got Eugenio Suarez. Now, this is the move that I'm really excited about. This is the move that we all wanted. This is the guy we all wanted to come back. Gino, fan favorite, good vibes only, and this is huge. This guy was having a huge year out in Arizona. I think he had 36 home runs, big bopper. He's always been a big home run guy. The average is kind of slacked a little bit. He's usually like a 230, 240 hitter, maybe a little lower coming over to Seattle, but this is the big bat that they need to team up with Cal Raleigh, the big dumper, and this is going to be huge. Not only for the middle of that lineup, but for the clubhouse. Gino is just, chef's kiss, so good, and he's going to bring the clubhouse together, and he's going to be a middle-of-the-order bat, hit some home runs. I think he's going to take a little bit of a hit, obviously, coming over to Seattle and T-Mobile Park. We all know about the marine layer, and for some reason, hitters have trouble seeing the ball there. Strikeout rates are really high, so that's always a concern. But this is the move we needed. This is the fan favorite. This is the guy that everybody wanted. This is the guy who's going to bring home runs to the middle of that order, and it stretches out the lineup. You can have Julio hitting second. You can have Gino or Naylor hitting third, then Gino hitting fourth, and then Cal Raleigh mixed in the middle there. switch Gino and Cal, third and fourth, in the middle of that lineup. This is going to be massive. And you team those guys up, this lineup, this improved lineup with the pitching, the starting staff, and then Andres Munoz and Matt Brash at the end of that bullpen. This is huge. This is what Jerry needed to do. This is what we wanted, and I think this is going to be huge. Now, what does this do for this team the rest of the way? I think we're going to be good, and realistically, we're going to have to go against Houston. Houston is still really good. They've got a great team. They're not as good as they used to be, but they're still the top dogs. They're the guys you want to beat. And, predictions going forward, I'm going to aim high. I'm going to do it. I think Seattle's going to win the division. I think they're going to win the division, guys. Scream at me in the comments, whoever's here, but I really do. I think with that pitching, you got Logan Gilbert, you got Bryce Miller maybe coming back, you've got George Kirby, I can't talk, I'm so excited. And you've got a decent bullpen with Ferguson, like I said, Matt Brash, Andres Munoz at the end of that bullpen, closing it out. I think this is going to be a good year. But, let's temper expectations here. I think they're going to make the playoffs. I really do. I think you cannot discount Gino and what he can do in that clubhouse. That's huge. And, I think they're going to make the playoffs, but I don't think this is a world championship team. As much as I would love to say they are, you've got guys over there in the American League that are still really good. You've got the New York Yankees. The Blue Jays look really good this year. You've got the Houston Astros that are always a tough team. They beat us the last time we were in the playoffs. I don't want to remind myself about that. Bad memories. Robbie Ray, I don't like you, man. I don't like you, Robbie Ray. But anyways, this is a huge move. I'm super excited. The trade deadline was really boring at first, and then it just went off. It was hot. Players were moving left and right. Super excited. I'm super pumped to see what happens in the second half of the season. But if you're new here and you like these videos, you like baseball, you like following MLB, come here, like the video, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for stopping by. I will see you next time.